The most broken power we have ever witnessed in the entire manga has been revealed. Maru has a cursed technique matching Gojo's Limitless, Sukuna's Shrine, and even Takaba's Comedian. Because guess what? Just like them, Maru can break reality and physics. Maru awakens his third eye. Even unconscious, it can manipulate his body to keep moving forward. And as soon as it picks his target, an overwhelming amount of aura makes the old man, he shits bricks. Maru immediately disables his Shikigami by piercing the enemy's hand by manipulating it, and then he throws a huge boulder. But despite the old man having the correct trajectory to counter it, all of a sudden it changes and smashes him right in the face. This is followed up with the kick to the dome. Although it misses, the physical strength behind it is so powerful that it destroys the floor beneath, which kinda reminds me of Yuji's unrivaled physicality when he destroyed a freaking building just by jumping off it when he was facing Sukuna. Both feats of strength have a similar reaction, as Sugiri cannot believe Maru was built different and this strong. But we're only just getting started, people. His cursed technique is only gonna get more powerful. Takeda realizes he should have killed Maru instead of only knocking him out. He realized he fucked up, and whilst Maru's fight rages on, his alien brother Cross finally arrives to observe from above, and instantly he's kinda disappointed. To him, watching Maru lose control over something as insignificant as saving a child or protecting his new human friends is pretty pathetic. Cross literally mocks him, calling him a trash older brother. But beneath that disgust, Cross is actually intrigued. He sees the bigger picture, because once humanity witnesses Maru's cursed technique, the ability to bend reality itself, they'll of course panic. The Sorcerer world will immediately start plotting a countermeasure, just like how they once feared Sukuna's Shrine or Gojo's Limitless. And that paranoia is exactly what Cross wants. It gives the aliens a perfect reason to declare an all-out war on Earth, using Maru's existence as the spark to justify their invasion. But Cross isn't worried about how the fight will end, because for the first time in the sequel, he name drops their king, and it's Dabura. This dude, every goddamn panel he's aura farming looking like a demon. But then we witness peak fiction, people. The choreography, the art, it was fire. The old sorcerer in the battle, he tries to make sense of Maru's cursed technique. At first, he assumes it's just anti-gravity, but within seconds, he realizes that this power isn't bound by any human logic of Jujutsu. It surpasses everything ever recorded in the history of sorcery. The clock hands start spinning backwards and all over the place. Metal bends, the gym equipment freaks out, weights levitate, the walls twist, and the very air begins to shimmer. Even the cursed energy in the atmosphere starts to lose its rules, because all of it is being rewritten by Maru's existence. Anyway, the fight continues with Maru dodging all the curse user's attacks, even catching his needle in between fingers just to kick him. Then when he throws the balls, the old man counters by destroying them all. But this was just a distraction for Maru to speed blitz him to get behind. He bashes his head in, and it's not just those regular ones, like you need to cue the JoJo music right now, because this is the biggest aura I have ever seen in Jujutsu Kaisen. Like, this is even a worse beating than what Sukuna did to others with 4 hands. My man Maru is beating him so bad he's got 8 showing up. This leads to him flying into the swimming pool, but as the old man drowns there, the temperature starts boiling instantly, with it burning his skin. He can't take it and is baited to jump out, where Maru then changes the property of the water by making it ice, holding him in place. The curse user then realizes he's cooked. Maru's technique completely destroys all logic, and he's about to die with his final punch. But Sugiri comes to save the day. Now, even though he has a full heavenly restriction with a gifted body beyond normal humans, and train from Maki. Even that is not good enough. Sugiri can barely hold on and goes flying into the ground. He begs Maru that it's enough, but nothing is getting through since he's unconscious. Cross then praises his bro that he moves well despite the injuries he received when caught off guard. However, he's actually pleased with how things are going, because no matter how this plays out, whether Sugiri chooses to protect Maru or tries to kill him, it all feeds directly into their plan. Any clash between sorcerers and aliens will ignite the war they've been waiting for. After all, the Jujutsu headquarters isn't united. The world's governments are fractured, full of extremists who see aliens not as allies but as weapons. The USA for instance, you know what I'm saying? Like, look back in chapter 3, the United States literally lied to Japan, not informing them that the aliens could even speak English, and even told them to ask the Sumerians for the advanced technology for them to use. But in reality, the Sumerians could communicate perfectly. It was just a political ploy to control negotiations, treating Maru's species like assets rather than living beings. And it's not the first time we've seen this kind of corruption in Jujutsu Kaisen, because just like in Gojo's era, even back then, extremists also existed. The Time Vessel Association is from back in the Nara period, when Master Tengen first began spreading Japanese Buddhism. Tengen's teachings became the foundation of modern Jujutsu, but religion and sorcery never truly agree. And out of this clash, the Time Vessel Association cult was born, and they worshipped Tengen as a god. So instead of stopping Tengen's evolution with a star plasma vessel, they wanted her to evolve freely to ascend beyond humanity and become a true divine being. So to them, Riko's death was an act of fate. So that means even 67 years later, extremists with certain corrupt ideals, they will always exist in humans, aliens, or whatever species they may be, because they want a certain outcome to occur according to Cross. So if Maru ends up killing Sugiri, the humans would have to react to this act of war. Like, think about it. In the lenses, it looks good. The old geezer evil curse user, him dying here, doesn't have much weight if he's killed. No one cares about him. He isn't from a famous clan, he isn't well known, and isn't important. But Sugiri, the boy part of the Gojo and Zenin clan, dying to an alien within a week of trying to coexist, that just spells trouble. So Cross orders his bro to end his misery. But things take a drastic change. Remember the events from chapter 3? Like, I know a lot of people suffer from the reading comprehension curse, but Gege, he's low-key cooking with this sequel. So hit the notification bell and like the video before it's too late.